Hey guys, it's Amanda and welcome back to my channel, Hoot of the Sims. So today, as you can see, I am playing on Sulani and I am making a house. I called this a Tropical Bungalow. And let's get this straight. I'm not entirely sure how to classify this house. It does have 4 bedrooms. It's got a gym inside, a hot tub, a really big deck. Unfortunately, I decided to cut out the furnishing part of the build just because I felt like it would take so long to record and do voiceover for it. So I just have the exterior part for you today. You won't be seeing the interior build ever, but it is on my gallery. So if you want to check out the build and play on it as on your own Sims, you are more than welcome to do so. But today I'm just showing you exterior because I really, and I mean really enjoy these new build items that came with the Island Living expansion pack. I love how Polynesian it is. I love all of the items. I absolutely adore the doors, which is kind of funny. I adore the doors. Yeah. And originally my idea was, as you can see that huge deck out in the back, where it will be a deck, you guys don't know that yet. But my concept was to make that a pool, but I figured out and realized that you cannot put pools over water lots, which was kind of annoying to me, honestly, because I feel like you should be able to do that, especially if it's maybe 1 block away from the foundation. If you don't use stilts, it should be, plausible to do so, but alas, it's not. So unfortunately, there's no pool, so it's just a really nice outdoor living area in general. I ended up putting a tiki bar out there with some tables. As you can see, the hot tub is already placed. I also put a clothing drying hanging line out. I also put a bunch of different dining areas, a grill, bunch of sitting areas. There's a bunch of lounge and beach towels out there, lounge chairs as well. So this build is definitely for the Sims who want to settle down and don't want a hectic life. And the roofing was so fun to do on this. I absolutely adore the new roof trim that they added, that it's, it's not only the underside that has the overside that has texture, but the underside does as well. That's what I meant to say. Yikes, I am slurring my words right now. But this was uber duper fun. I love the new wood paneling that they added with all of the colors. It really does give out a Polynesian style vibe on these builds, and I'm absolutely digging it. I even end up using that in the interior part of the build because I felt like it's more than just an exterior wall, I feel like it's, you can use it for any occasion that you'd like. And I was like, since there's no pool, I want them to be able to, enjoy solitude, but also have privacy. So I ended up putting windows here, and I ended up changing the wall height back because I found windows that worked, because I didn't think that there was any windows that would work at that height that I had it originally. But alas, there is. And there's a lot of cool little nooks and crannies in this house. There are some decks. There's some side decks. I think there's a total of 1, 2, okay, hold on, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4? I think there's a total of 4 decks. The one on the side by that, basically that little square part of the house that sticks out with the roof and like the big glass sliding doors, there's windows all around that room eventually, and I consider that back area a deck as well as the area in front of that, like that little pier thing that I made. But oh my god, these build mode, what the heck is build mode? These build mode items are literally to die for. And if you guys don't have the pack, I 110% recommend getting it. Not only for the mermaids, but come on, like, look at all this beautiful build buy mode stuff and the beautiful world. I absolutely adore that this is not just a vacation world, like your Sims actually get to live here. But that being said, it's also kind of sad because, you can't own hotels and all of that. But there are some loopholes around that I have found anyways. If you make a really big house / like lot, and you make it like a hotel, and you make it like a generic lot, and just put a bunch of bedrooms in it and stuff, and you make it like very, very, very like hotel-y, or what do you call it? Resort themed. So you could have a bunch of pools and stuff. I feel like you could actually make a resort in there, and it's free for them to stay, you know, but it's just like, unfortunate that they didn't have that feature in general in the game. I feel like when they added it, that, you know, that's a big feature they missed out on and they should have added. But there are loopholes. Like I said, you can make anything work with this expansion pack, to be honest with you. I mean, for Christ's sake, there's boats, dolphins. That's the most exciting thing, in my opinion. Like, I really do enjoy playing as the mermaids, but I know a lot of people don't like mythical creatures and that sort of thing. So if you're really, like, not sure about the mermaids, get it for the dolphins. Your Sims can be friends with dolphins. Come on, like, that's so cool. And like I said, all these wood areas and stuff. But honestly, this island, Sulani, really reminds me of Hawaii. I've been to Hawaii like once in my life, and it's literally the most beautiful, unforgettable place that I've ever been to. I don't know how many times I think about Hawaii in a month because I live in Minnesota, and I'm just like, I'm done with winter. I'm done with the cold. Like, thank God it's not raining, or like, you know, it's raining, but you know what I mean? Like, thank God it's not snowing anymore, and I don't have to deal with that any like longer until probably October, but you know, beside the point. We finally have nice weather, but I still wind up thinking about like tropical beaches and Hawaii and surfing and all of this, and I can't indulge in that in Minnesota, which sucks. But I can play through that through my Sims and live vicariously through them, so that's always fun to do. And there's so many cool features. Like, my Sim was laying outside for 3 hours, and she got a tan, and I mean tan, because she was dark, like unrecognizably dark. And she looked really, really weird because she has bright red hair. She's not like the palest of Sims originally, you know, but she's definitely not super dark skinned. I would say she's tan originally, but she became like dark, and I mean dark. But this pack has a lot to explore. As you guys can see, those little shutters and doors with the little openings, kind of like like a window cover, you know, like where you can like open them and close them kind of thing, the shutters. Apparently, if your Sims stand there too long, they can get a tan or a sunburn if they stand behind or in front of those doors too long, which is really funny to me because they would literally end up having like a stripe, like a stripe burn or like a stripe tan, which is hilarious to me. Your Sims can literally be zebras in this pack, and it's hilarious. And the columns are just so beautiful. As you can see, they're little like, they're almost like tiki heads, and it adds a lot to the pack, honestly. It adds a lot to your game in general. You can just make so many unique things that you couldn't do before. And honestly, I have a feeling that they're going to be adding some more items even after the pack's release, because I was looking through some of the Build Buy Mo items, and they made a new counter, but there's no matching counter island to go with it, which I thought was kind of weird. And I know there's other people that have noticed that as well, and they're complaining about it. So hopefully EA does something about that and adds that with a patch. Like, next time there's a patch, you know, so we, you know, have matching islands with our counters that came with this pack, which is, you know, I think it's kind of weird how they didn't do that in the first place. But like I said, you can't complain too much. This pack is just wonderful. It's beautiful. There's so many things you can do and create, and it looks just perfect, you know. Like, this style here is exactly what I would do if I made a quote-unquote resort for my Sims to stay at, you know, and making it maybe with more decks and more wraparound areas, maybe more pavilions and stuff, because I feel like that would be really, really cool. Like, make little bungalows going into the water and, like, having all of these little piers and dockways connecting from one big room and then going out to all these cute little bungalows where your Sims can sleep and stay. Like, oh my god, oh my god, my god. The ideas are immense and they're endless. So if you don't have this pack, I know that it's a lot of money at the current moment. At least wait for it to be on sale, or get it when you have the money, or if you have the money, just get the pack because it's 110% worth it. Take it from a sim lover who has played all of the Sims games, like, you know what I mean, like the Sims games, like the Sims, Sims 2, Sims 3, Sims 4. This pack is totally worth it. I was at first comparing this one to The Sims 3, but then you have to realize that these are two different games, and if they recreated the same game over and over again, it would kind of become boring. And it wouldn't be original, it wouldn't be fun anymore. You would just be getting the same content over and over and over again, and I think that'd be actually really irritating. As a Sim fan spending a lot of money on new things, it's, you expect more out of the pack. And I think I did realize here that I did add more exterior items as I was furnishing the inside. So I apologize. There's like some towels, there's a swing set, there's a few benches out in the front of the house on the right and left side. So you guys missed out on that. But that is it for this exterior build. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you give this video a huge like. Subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't already. It's a click away, a tap away, whatever device you are watching this on. It's not that hard. It doesn't take too much effort, but I would appreciate it so very, very much. And until next time, guys, hoot out.